Hey there, boys and ghouls. It's your friend Tats. I'm back with another video, and today, finally, I get to do my 4K review. It's pretty late. I'm not gonna lie, it's pretty late, but I guess better late than never. But I finally get to do my 4K review of Indicator's release of the 1971 Jean Rollin vampire flick, The Shiver of the Vampires. And yeah, this is one that I had this. Yeah, I ordered it, and then they got put on back order, and they got put on back order, and uh, I gotta be honest with you, if it was getting to a point I didn't even think I was gonna get it, because I had pre-ordered this off of Amazon, and um, you know, everything seemed like it was going well. Then it got back ordered, and all this stuff, and then finally it hit the point where it was like, you know, yeah, if you don't receive it by the 23rd, which is today, then call and get call and see about getting a refund or a replacement. So, but anyway, I lucked out. I finally got it, and I am very happy to have gotten it. I just really wish it wouldn't have taken this long. But overall, I am pleased. I'm happy to have it. The reason why I just seem so down is just like all the trouble had to go through to get this. Um, and that's the thing. Also, I had next month's two releases from Indicator, pre-ordered, Cold Eyes of Fear and Black Magic Rites, and I had that pre-ordered. Now all of a sudden, my pre-order for Black Magic Rites has just vanished, disappeared, and I keep checking to see if it's going to come back, because Amazon has done that here lately. I don't know what their deal is. There was an incident where I pre-ordered the 4K of Creepshow, and all of a sudden that just disappeared. And then it was like a day or two later it came back. And the same thing with People Under the Stairs on 4K. I had that pre-order. All of a sudden the pre-order just disappeared. Waited a couple of days, and then the pre-order was put up again. So I was able to get them. Unfortunately, though, for Black Magic Rites, the pre-order disappeared, and unfortunately it hasn't come back. And so then I'm really hoping too that I'm going to be able to get. They already announced the two 4Ks that they're going to be putting out in August, which are going to be two more Jean Rollin films. One is Night of the Hunted, and what was the other one? Rape of the Vampire. And both of those, even though I have the Redemption Blu-rays of those, I really would like to be able to upgrade to 4K, especially these nice editions. So I don't know. We got to wait and see what happens. But anyway, so far, fingers crossed. Everything, I've been pretty lucky. My my Cold Eyes of Fear pre-order hasn't disappeared yet, so hopefully it won't. But anyway, so yeah, finally today I got this edition in. These are limited, of course, to 6,000. I got number 4,767. So anyway, but just yeah, I'm very pleased with this edition, and just very similar to Two Orphan Vampires, but just yeah, again, unfortunately we got the little cardboard thing. Like I said before, like this is just the only, if there's one criticism I have about these, it's just I don't like these little cardboard. There's Jean Rollin right there, and you got the 4K disc. Take that out. We got a little bit of artwork here in the back. Sorry about the glare. You see my very technical setup here. You can see how I got everything set up here. And then on the back here, Diabolical Ceremonies. So let's see what we got here. It runs 95 minutes. Okay, 1661. All right, so limited edition special features, brand new 4K restoration from the Internegative by Powerhouse Films, original French and English mono soundtracks, audio commentary with director Jean Rollin from 2006, audio commentary with Sylvia Crystal, from Emmanuel to Chabrol author Jeremy Ritchie, Jean Rollin, introduction, The Shiver of the Vampires, 4 minutes. film appraisal, Rouge, Rouge Vif, I'm sorry. Updated documentary on the making of the Shiver of the Vampires by Roland's personal assistant, Daniel Goyeto, including interviews with key collaborators, Natalie Perry and Jean-Noel Delamore. I'm sorry, you guys. It's French. I know I'm butchering this stuff. I always do. Fear and Desire, a lengthy discussion between Jean Roland and the film theorist Patricia McCormick, filmed in Paris. Macabre Psychedelia, critical appreciation by the author and film historian Virginie Salvari. I'm sorry. Export inserts. Export inserts. 7 explicit sequences filmed for the foreign markets. Original French and theatrical trailers, image galleries, promotional publicity material, and behind the scenes. New and improved English translation subtitles for the French soundtrack. New and improved subtitles for the deaf and hard of hearing. Limited edition exclusive 80-page booklet with a new essay by David Hines, an archival introduction by Jean Roland, an archival interview with the director by Peter Blumenstock, an archival interview with actor Marie-Pierre Castel, Andy Votel on Acanthus, the mysterious group behind the film's soundtrack and full film credits, limited edition of 10,000 numbered units, 6,000 4K and 4,000 Blu-ray for the UK and US. I'm sorry I really took so long. I had trouble reading some of that, obviously, but there you go. But yeah, so here we go, and oh wow. Oh, just also too, really quick, here's the booklet. I'm sorry, I really can't open it up and show you because there's some pretty racy pictures in here, but just give you a little bit more information about the the restoration. The Shivers of the Vampires was scanned, restored, and color corrected in 4K HDR Dolby Vision at Filmfinity London using original 35mm inter-negative film materials. Phoenix image processing tools were used to remove many thousands of instances of dirt, eliminate scratches and other imperfections, as well as repair damaged frames. No grain management, edge enhancement, or sharpening tools were employed to artificially alter the image in any way. The original French and English mono audio tracks were remastered by Michael Brook using Zotope RX10. So that gives you an idea of the technical specs of this, and overall, it is a really, really beautiful edition, and I highly recommend, if you can get it, go ahead and get it if you like this kind of movie. And for the movie itself, I mean, obviously this is this kind of movie is really going to. Oh, I forgot to show you the back there. A world of sex and violence, So yeah, tell you what you're in for. But just honestly, yeah, the transfer on this is absolutely gorgeous, and 4K and especially HDR really, really works for a film of this type. But this movie's only going to appeal to you if you're into, like, the gothic / erotic side of vampires. If you're into like the stuff like Blade or Interview with the Vampire. Well, a little bit closer Interview with the Vampire, but yeah, Twilight or something like this movie is definitely not going to be for you. The movie is very, very much a mix of gothic, vampire, atmosphere and lore and things like that, mixed with eroticism and things like that. And so if you're not into those kind of elements, the very sexy elements of vampires and stuff like that, then this movie is not going to be for you. If you do like that kind of thing, and I'm not going to lie, I admit I do. I like the gothic, kind of like the gothic mixed with the eroticism. I admit it, I like that kind of thing. So to each their own. But and honestly, this print, like I did have this on the Redemption, Blu-ray, but I upgraded to this, and I'm so glad that I did. And this is so gorgeous. The picture quality looks amazing, and the 4K and HDR really do lend itself to the gothic atmosphere of the film. And it also too, this is 1971, and it does have very much the movie has a very psychedelic kind of almost hippie trippy kind of a feel to it. And but it really really looks amazing in the 4K and the HDR. Of course, the beautiful French women also look amazing in HDR, so that's a given. But just overall picture quality wise, I could not be happier, and I'm very very happy that I now have this in my collection. Like I said, I just really wish it wouldn't have taken so long. As far as the sound quality, yeah, actually, I haven't really had any issues with the sound. I mean, of course, it's going to sound really good if you have a nice sound system, sound bar, surround sound, whatever you have. And but also, to me, I always think it's a plus when like you're testing these, and you can just use, instead of using a sound system, you can just use the regular speaker that comes with your TV. And to me, that's kind of a real test audio wise. It's like, because a lot of people don't really have, like a huge sound system set up or anything like that. They just use like, I was at a friend's house the other day, and she just had like, two of those little, two of those little speakers, like what you would use for a computer monitor and stuff like that. She had that hooked up to her TV and everything else in this. And, even though it sounded good and everything else, but, I still think, personally, like a lot of people, they just use the, the speaker on their TV. And to me, like, anything, a 4K, a Blu-ray, even DVD, whatever, I think it really, really helps if it sounds good on just your TV, where you can just use your regular speaker just to watch it. But yeah, and, on this here, I've not had any problems. Quality-wise, this is really, really nice. It's a really beautiful edition, and I'm really happy to have it. And just like I said, just that's the only thing that I'm really upset about, is just unfortunately it took so long to get this. And so I was that's kind of why I'm just down in the dumps, is because I mean, I love what they're doing with these indicator 4Ks, and I would love to continue to collect them. I was so happy the other day when I did my Two Orphan Vampires 4K review, and I was just so happy about it. And I was just like, man, I cannot wait to start collecting for this line. The more they put out, the more I want to get them. But unfortunately, yeah, it turns out it's not going to be that easy. And especially if, these are all going to be limited editions and things like that. It's like, yeah, it turns out this is going to be a little bit more of a challenge than I initially thought. But, we'll try to chug along, and we'll see what we can do. But for right now, only time will tell. But still, I'm really, really glad to have this. Glad to finally get it in. And honestly, I would say if you can find it, and like I said, if you're into the, vampire, kind of like gothic mixed with, gothic blended with, erotic, eroticism and kind of, 60s kind of psychedelia and stuff like that, then yeah, this movie is definitely something you should check out. You should really get it. And that's it, everybody. So if anybody took the time to watch this, I thank you for doing it. I appreciate you for doing it. I do deeply apologize. I usually like to try to get my 4K reviews out as early as possible, but in this situation, yeah, I kind of got stuck, and I had to wait till I was actually able to get it in the mail. But again, if you took the time to watch this, I can't thank you enough for doing it. I know you have things to do and places to be and everything else, but you took the time out of your day to watch my video, and it does mean a lot to me. So that's it. So take care, everybody. Have a good night, and I'll see you later.